You to envision this. You're working an everyday occupation at an organization that shows you no love or affection. Without the work that you have done, the company would be worthless. You are checking in 40 or more hours, 7 days a week. However, when the time has come to be paid, your manager takes a gander at you and says, your payment is the grind we put you through. There is no payment that comes from this. This is the current circumstance that college athletes deal with. Not only do you have to be a full-time athlete, putting hours on top of hours of work in a day, you have to find time to do schoolwork, socialize, and find other time doing whatever you believe in. It is not as easy as one would think. If athletes went on strike, universities would lose tons of money. They would not know what to do. Athletes bring so much money to the table and get little to nothing in return. I have consistently been keen on school sports, however not generally acknowledge how much cash they bring into the university itself. It wasn't until a couple of months ago when an FBI examination was opened up on all players wrongfully tolerating cash when I understood that players are being exploited. Today, we will take a gander at how difficult it is that the NCAA is looting college athletes for their money. At that point, I will try my hardest to convince every one of you to make a move and help student athletes get the cash that they deserve, or I should say merit, and ensure that everybody is getting a reasonable share for what it is worth. First, we should take a look at how much cash these young athletes bring into college every year. Athletes are truly significant and worth much more than individuals realize. The normal worth of an athlete's grant is around $30,000, which implies over 4 years, which is equal to about $120,000. As indicated by Roger Sherman from SB Nation, NCAA athletes will be transmission on CBS through 2032. The organization marked an 8-year, $8.8 billion expansion with the NCAA for the transmission rates to March Madness. The NCAA exploits players and makes millions off of them. Growing up, I played the game NCAA, a college football game with college athletes in the game. This was a top-selling game. Everyone had it. All my friends had it. Everyone was making money off the players besides the players themselves. This is like being all the singers in Pitch Perfect, but not making any money from the movie. Completely outrageous. AJ Green, a very famous football player, was suspended for 4 games for selling his game-worn bowl game jersey. And he then had to return the money to the person that bought his jersey. While Auburn University sold Cam Newton's football pants for $1,500. Why can't AJ Green sell his own jersey that is owned by him, but a university can sell college athletes' pants and make money off of it? This makes no sense. Without a doubt, the NCAA is a bad business and it should be put to a stop. In the event that no one chooses to make a move, the NCAA will keep on getting away with taking from our student athletes. Presently, to help stop this progressing issue, we should take a gander at a couple of thoughts on the best way to stop this. 2 different ways we can stop this is by restricting the measure of cash that the NCAA makes off the players. And furthermore, by lessening coaches' compensation so players can have a month-to-month allowance. Coaches make well enough money over the average salary. They will be able to cover a month-to-month allowance for their players. Cash shouldn't be permitted to be made off of a player on the off chance that they are most certainly not ready to get any of it. They deserve the money that they are working so hard for. One can't guess what they're going to do with their money and not give them their money. The players are the ones working each day, making a name for themselves and picking up worth. Permitting the NCAA to bring cash off of the player's difficult work is removing everything the player has worked so hard for. The compensation of mentors should be brought down so players can have a month-to-month payment. Since we realize how to fix the issues the NCAA is causing, I'm demonstrating how they will really function. We will utilize a mix of permitting the cash that is made off of players to really go to the players itself. We will likewise cut college coaches' pay rates by 15%. All in all, I'm requesting that every one of you think about how much cash is being distracted by these young athletes. Think as if you were being exploited. You or your family, your friends, or your loved ones. You would not like that and you would not appreciate that very much. At the point when you consider the cash that the NCAA makes from players, recall the large number of players that have families to help. Just because a college athlete is in college and he's playing football doesn't mean he doesn't have priorities. It doesn't have to help his family. Recall that the NCAA is a billion-dollar organization that doesn't pay their workers. That is outrageous. By taking activity in these models I examined today, you can help stop individuals and athletes from being exploited by a bad, untrusting organization. It is unlawful to burglarize youthful grown-ups for the entirety of the difficult work they have done. Thank you for listening.